Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Thank you once again for watching and sharing if you do. So today's video is going to be looking at how to keep yourself motivated and active during the isolation period. So very much another video based on the coronavirus outbreak and what's happening in the world right now. So I wanted to focus on a few things today, and I wanted to give everyone an overview of how lack of motivation and kind of lack of activity can impact someone's mood. And the first part of the video I wanted to dedicate to something called the wise mind concept. So the wise mind concept looks at our emotional mind and it looks at our rational mind. So both of the minds combined together create thoughts, and those thoughts lead to the wise mind. So the wise mind concept basically looks at how we can make reasonable and rational decisions to satisfy both of our brains, so our emotional brain and our rational brain. And very much the emotional side of things is the side which really kind of drives our innate and those kind of subconscious thoughts. So say for example, if you wake up in the morning and you feel really sad, that's obviously driven by our emotional mind. Our emotional mind is based on lots and lots of different things, and it's designed to really protect us. So if we have experienced a traumatic experience in the past, it will make us feel sad to remind us how that sadness felt, so that we don't remain in that kind of traumatic experience. And very much what's happening right now with the virus is really impacting everyone. It's really making everyone feel quite sad and horrible, and that's understandable because this is also very new. And I think this is the point where it's really, really important to highlight that everyone should be really kind to themselves throughout this period and really take care of their well-being. And this is why we've got this video today. So that's really what I want to promote and encourage people to do. So the rational mind then kind of comes in and it has some thoughts. It looks at things and it analyses statistics, it analyses previous experiences, it draws from those, it draws from the current situation, and then feeds into the rest of the mind, so the wise mind. And both of those kind of minds make that final decision as to what we're going to do. And a lot of the people in experiencing the situation in this time, so being stuck in isolation and being stuck in an environment where it's not great for them, you might be a really outdoorsy person who's forced to be indoors, it can really be impacting on your mood right now. And that's okay. So what we need to know is that we can't compare ourselves to other people around us. So if you're perhaps scrolling through social media, Instagram, Facebook, don't. I think that's a really, really bad thing to do. You are your own individual person and you need to provide yourself with that kindness, because at the end of the day, the person that can validate you the most is yourself. So just a bit of wisdom there. So that's kind of the wise mind concept. So even though the emotional mind might be telling you to be sad and do nothing because it's trying to protect you, it's trying to protect you from this horrible situation going on, it's really important to listen to your rational mind and then allowing your wise mind to take charge. So the next part of the video, I wanted to kind of think about our values and our core beliefs, because we know from taking care of people in the mental health teams that core values and core beliefs are what drives people to do positive things with their life. So you might be someone that is really motivated about their career and you'll do anything to go after that. So right now, everyone is really, really limited as to what they can do. That doesn't mean that you can't still go out there and carry on with those plans in the future once the isolation period is over. So please be mindful of that. Please don't be discouraged by what's going on in the world right now, but focus on the little things that you can do to carry on with that goal. So when we think about our values, it's really asking ourselves questions like, what does our health mean to us? What does our career mean to us? What's the bigger picture? What do I want to achieve? What do I want from my family? And what do I want from my friends? And although you won't be able to get some of those things, like for example, you want to socialise more outside, unfortunately right now that's not doable, but that's okay, because you can find other ways of interacting with your friends and family whilst you're in the house. So things like FaceTime and text messaging and video notes or voice notes, all of those wonderful things that we've got because of the internet and because of all of our devices. So just being really, really creative with it. I think it's really, really important to kind of be organised with it. as well. So once you've asked yourself those questions, you've asked yourself what's important to me, and maybe creating like a meaningful activity timetable. So I've created one myself. I actually got all of my household on it, so my husband and my housemate, we're all in it together. We created one at the start of the isolation period last week, so mine will pop on the screen. So this is like a sample of what I've been doing over the past 2 weeks on some of those days. And it doesn't have to be lots and lots of activities filled in one day. You might just wake up in the morning and be able to brush your teeth and go out for a half-hour walk. That is fine. Once again, that comes that kindness factor into it, where you need to remember that little things are big things right now, because they are very important to keep you sane and keep you active. I think it's really, once again, really important to remind yourself that just because you're feeling sad and you're feeling demotivated, that doesn't mean that that's what you need to be doing, is being demotivated and laying in bed. Actually getting yourself out of bed, getting yourself up and ready, and then after you've done the activity that you've planned, have a reflection on it. How did that make you feel? How did it make you feel in comparison to laying in bed maybe the previous day? Once again, if that's what you really needed, that is fine, but I would strongly advise to kind of maintain those levels of activity. And it's little things like I've been doing like dance workout videos at home, and they've been really, really fun and really nice. I think as families, people can do lots of baking together, doing those activities like gardening. I know the weekend's meant to be really nice, so doing the gardening together as a family and getting the kids involved, I think that's really, really positive. And staying active means staying happy. So actually, if you look at this vicious cycle of depression, so social isolation is kind of part of the vicious cycle of depression. That doesn't mean that you're likely to develop depression, but it might mean that you are going to suffer with those periods of low mood. And then because you're suffering with those periods of low mood, you develop low energy. So then waking up in the morning and motivating yourself might become really difficult, especially if you're not planning those really important things that mean something to you. So bringing it back around to those values and core beliefs. What's important to you? What do you need to get yourself up and going? Do you enjoy baking? Do you enjoy running? Do you enjoy gardening? Do you enjoy being outdoors? You know, we've still got that, you know, the idea that we can go out and exercise. It's really sad that I'm hearing lots of people not utilise that time. They're just really staying at home and not doing anything. I think really being active and getting that dose of vitamin D from the sun and things like that. And, you know, once again, avoidance of social activities and people, that can also lead to low mood, and we're being forced to do that right now. So doing anything to combat that, anything to help us not feel isolated and not feel sad and not feel low, I think that's really, really important. But there are a few factors that are really important, and that's one of them is being kind to yourself. Be really kind to yourself. Be patient. Just because you add 3 activities to your daily kind of schedule, that doesn't mean you're going to get them all done. That's also okay. And allow yourself to have those bloopers. I think being open-minded and accepting of what's to come, whilst kind of recognising these difficult challenges, is really, really important. So, just to kind of give a reminder to everyone of those resources that are out there. Some of these apps do charge fees that I know some people might not be able to afford that, but some of them are free, which is brilliant. So places like Headspace are still offering free premium accounts for NHS staff, which is brilliant. Act Companion is now free for 3 months, I believe. When you sign up to it, which is what I've done today, you can use the code TOGETHER, and that kind of allows you to have a free membership for 3 months, which is brilliant. Places like Calm as well. Calm is a great resource. I love their app. It's really calming. I suppose it really goes well with the brand. And Think Ninja for the younger ones. So Think Ninja is offering free membership to teens. I think it's from the age of 13 and 18. So that's really, really good also. So all of these apps, they're just at the touch of our fingers. So if you really can't do anything else in your day, then it's really important that at least you reach out to those apps. Do some mindfulness. Be kind to yourself. Stay safe. Staying safe is really, really important right now. And thank you for watching. Please share and subscribe to the page. And thank you so much. Bye.